Hey guys, Silver here. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is honestly looking like it's going to be the best Sonic racing game of all time, even looking better than the GOAT Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I've somewhat been preparing myself for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, as although I grew up with Transformed and Sonic Rider Zero Gravity, for the first time this year I played the first Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing game, and it's an awesome, although basic car racer with great Sega fan service. This year I also played the original Sonic Riders for the first time, and despite me liking Zero Gravity more, which I know is a hot take, I can't deny how amazing and rewarding the Extreme Gear gameplay is, as well as just the amount of style that Riders has. Oh, and I also played the Sonic Drift games, and those are unironically some of the worst Sonic games of all time. However, when it comes to Sonic racing games, an entry that I believe gets way too much hate and I have a soft spot for is the most recent Sonic racing game being Team Sonic Racing, released in 2019 for the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. This game was also released around the same time as that amazing original Sonic movie trailer. I remember getting Team Sonic Racing the day it came out, and I loved this game, as I would always play through the Grand Prix while listening to music or calling friends. I just love racing through these iconic Sonic locations while driving as my favorite Sonic character, and eventually I started racing with my friends online. Sure, we were the only ones playing online, but it was still really fun. Apparently so fun that for some reason I have 100 hours in Team Sonic Racing. To put that in perspective, Sonic Mania is my second favorite Sonic game, and I have the same amount of hours put into it as TSR. I also have 90 hours in Sonic Forces. What's wrong with me? But anyways, I thought I'd give my thoughts on Team Sonic Racing and tell you guys why I not only like this game so much, but also give this game a proper send-off before the upcoming Sonic Racing Crossworlds releases. Unlike the other All-Stars Racing games, Team Sonic Racing focuses on the Sonic cast rather than being a Sega crossover, which is unfortunate, but hey, at least Silver and Blaze were playable, which made me really happy at the time. Though, speaking of the character roster, I have to admit this was still the weakest aspect of TSR, as it has less characters from Transformed and the first All-Stars. Like, where's Cream, Espio, Charmy? Also, Infinite should have been on Eggman's team instead of Zavix, and Sonic Forces was the most recent mainline game at the time. I don't think this character roster is terrible, but it's definitely not great. Moving on to gameplay, however, much like the All-Stars Racing games, Team Sonic Racing was developed by Sumo Digital, which are known for making great arcade-style racing games, and Team Sonic Racing is no different, as the controls in TSR feel tight, and pulling off long drifts to gain more speed is still really satisfying. Although I will say that the cars in TSR feel slower than they do in the All-Stars games. It's not by much, but it's definitely noticeable. Also, the transform mechanic was taken out in this entry, which definitely brings the gameplay down significantly. However, I believe that the team racing mechanics almost make up for it, and they often get overlooked. There's usually a good amount of strategy when it comes to sharing power-ups with your teammates, slingshotting your teammates, and saving up your team gauge to perform an ultimate. Also, I think it's awesome that each character gets their own remix when performing the team ultimate. You can never have enough versions of Dreams of an Absolution. It may not be transform levels of innovation, but I think the team gameplay is fun and helps give Team Sonic Racing its own identity from the other Sonic kart racers. Briefly talking about the story mode for a bit, I honestly really enjoyed it. I think the writing and character interactions are genuinely really funny here, and the voice acting for the most part is really good. I especially love the new voices for Silver being Bryce Papenbrook, and Blaze being Erica Limbeck, who also voices Rafina from Puyo Puyo. My only big complaint for this story is that I wish we got actual fully animated cutscenes instead of these DDLC cutscenes. The opening CGI intro is pretty cool at least. I don't know why it's not in the Nintendo Switch version though. I think it's really funny how Team Vector just kills Eggman. Also, why are Silver and Blaze on Team Vector? When it comes to the designs of the racetracks, they're pretty good. They usually have fun set pieces like the giant balloons in Sky Road where you get tons of airtime to perform tricks, as well as the many traps and ghost paths in Haunted Castle. Though once again, I gotta say that the racetracks aren't quite as fun or as elaborate as the track design and Transform, but it's still pretty good in TSR. Some of my favorite racetracks include the Planet Wisp courses, Sky Road, Haunted Castle, and Frozen Junkyard, where the Death Egg robots from Sonic Forces shoot lasers at you. One thing that Team Sonic Racing definitely has over the other racing games, however, is an amazing soundtrack. This OST has such a stacked lineup from Jun Sino, T-Lopes, and Hyper Potions, and many more. They even brought back Crush 40 to make a new vocal theme for the game, which got me so hyped at the time, considering they haven't had a new song in a Sonic game since Sonic and the Black Knight. Sure, Greenlight Ride wasn't the greatest song in the world, but it's way better than whatever Cross the Worlds is. Some of my favorite songs include the ones for Wisp Circuit, Doctor's Mind, Roulette Road, Lost Palace, Ice Mountain, Market Street, Sky Road, Haunted Castle, and the Tyler Smith remix of Greenlight Ride. I know I just listed a bunch of songs, but that just goes to show you how goated of a soundtrack TSR has. Honestly might be top 5 in the entire series. In conclusion, although Team Sonic Racing might not be the best Sonic Racing game, I still had tons of fun with it, and hopefully you guys can now understand why I put so many hours into it. Although I still think Transformed and the first two Riders games are better than TSR, I think it's at least better than the first All-Stars Racing game, which is saying something considering I love that game too. And even if Crossworlds makes TSR obsolete by bringing back the team mechanic, it at least won't have TSR's amazing soundtrack, so it still gets to keep some of its identity. My biggest hope for Crossworlds is that it truly does end up becoming the biggest Sonic Racing game of all time, and it seems to be doing just that as it's taking elements from every other Sonic Racing game. Hopefully this game has a large player base with active online for years to come, and please give us more Sonic and Sega characters instead of mainly relying on random crossovers from Nickelodeon shows. No offense, SpongeBob, I still love you. I want to see Trip, Chaos, Infinite, II, Arl, and Knights playable in this game. Come on Sega, please make it happen. And one more thing before I go, if you guys want to see my opinions on the first Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing as well as Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, then check out the videos made by Daffy that I make an appearance in. He makes great content and these videos in particular are awesome, no bias there. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and let me know what are your thoughts on Team Sonic Racing.